Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we're live. Hey, welcome everybody. How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are well. This is yet another episode or day 14 of 30 of me fixing your coaching offers. And this is the series where I take your I help statements that was sent to me and I turn them into something more clear, definitely something they feel more confident with, and definitely most importantly, something that it's more sellable. Okay. So as always, let's take a little pouch that my really good friend brought to me from India. Let's do the little shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Open it up so we can see there's plenty. Still have for 15 in there, or 16 in there. So we'll get let's take one out and see what it says. Okay, so this one says executive coach. Okay, I support busy executives to achieve better work-life balance and avoid burnout. You know what? I don't hate this one. This is actually a good one. Of course, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and how can we make this one better? Because okay, so the first part, busy executives, fine. I think that's the whole sentence has a good direction, and I love it because it is towards the end specific, right? When it comes to your positioning statement, you want it to be specific. Now, the only thing I have, the little that I have here in the beginning is I support. It's a little soft, right? Clients don't want emotional supports like I don't know, emotional support animals or something. They want outcomes. So I always feel that seeing I help it's a little more stronger. But busy executives, I think that's a specific target audience. Amazing. Now, when you say work-life balance, I you know we all kind of understand what that is, but I think when you ask people to define what work-life balance is, we all have a different definition what that is, right? So I think that spelling it out or open it up exactly to what work-life balance feels like and speaking to the pain point that's happening right now will be better. And when you say avoid burnout, it's good. It can be a little too clinical if they don't know what burnout is or what it looks like. For example, in this is where understanding. I don't know if I ever talked about this in any of these series or these episodes, but understanding the five different levels of awareness. So in marketing, we have what we call the five different levels of awareness, right? So we have people that are unaware. There are people that are problem aware, people that are solution aware, people that are your solution aware, and then people that are the most aware. So when it comes to coaching, sometimes we're talking to people who are not even aware of the problem. They're suffering from the symptom and they're labeling the symptom as the problem. So, for example, people will say, well, I feel overwhelmed. I feel stressed out. I feel like I don't have any me time. That is the symptom, right? The real problem is that you people pleasing. The real problem is you cannot establish boundaries, and reinforce them. That's the problem. But the thing is, if you start to talk to them in those terms, they'll feel like, oh, that's not my issue. I don't even know what that means. So it goes over their head. So this is what I mean about burnout. Sometimes I'm playing devil's advocate here. I think the sentence is good, but we can make it definitely better. So if I follow the I help target audience to goal without pain point framework, this is how I would put it. So I don't change the busy executives. I think that's still good. So, but I'll just change instead of saying I support busy executives, I'll say I help busy executives to work-life balance. What does it look like, right? To get their evenings and weekends back. That's what it is, right? Work-life balance is exactly that. So is me just opening the box and like just putting it into a language that a fifth grader can understand, right? How do we translate work-life balance? So I help busy executives to get their evenings and weekends back. Now, instead of saying without, yeah, here we have so they avoid burnout. So we can say without burning out, okay, or feeling without burning out or feeling guilty for unplugging, because that's also something we have to speak to the pain points because and the without why the without is so important in any position statement is that we have to call out the thing that they think is going to happen if they try to achieve the goal. So the busy executives, they feel that if I get my weekends and my evenings and weekends back, I am going to feel guilty about unplugging. The world's going to burn because I'm not there 24/7 or the building's going to collapse. We have to call out those things without burning out. Okay, so it doesn't mean they take the evenings and the weekends off and then during the week is going to be a disaster, and without feeling guilty about unplugging. So I think that's the not saying that this one was completely wrong, was good. The thing is now we have now we understand what balance looks like. time off that actually feels like time off. I've been in situations where I'm taking the time off, but it doesn't feel like it. I'm like just drenched in guilt. And this works because we swapped like the buzzwords for visible change. We always want to make our position statement like visual. So busy professionals still tight, still premium. That we didn't change. The goal we said, get the weekends and get their evenings and weekends back, so you can picture that. They can picture, oh my God, instead of getting home at 8 p.m., I can actually get home at 6 or 5 p.m. Right, and without burning out or feeling like guilty for unplugging, right? The real internal fight that they have. So we're calling out things real. So if you see all the series about calling out the elephant in the room, and that's the elephant in the room that's happening for them is exactly that. So we have just calling it out. If you don't have a Sally, it's okay if you don't have a Sally. I created a Sally. So someone that can like brainstorm with you, and we're leveraging what we have now, which is AI. So let me share my screen here. I created this really cool AI prompt. And no, I'm not going to ask for your email to send it to you. Just comment the words I prompt, and I will gladly send you this link. So here, the only thing you have to do is fill out the demographics, fill out this 5 prompts, 5 questions here. It will automatically populate here. All you have to do is then copy the prompt. You copy the whole thing, then you paste it into ChatGPT or any large language model of your choice, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, and paste it there, and it will spit out 10 different variations. And that will also give you, out of those 10, it will also select the 3 best ones. And so we can really brainstorm with that. If you can just send it to me as well, so I can also give you feedback. Oh, this was helpful, and I think with every single one of these, I go through the same framework, but at least, for different coaches that are watching this, can be beneficial to kind of see how I did for every single niche. Okay. Hope this was helpful, and I wish you a beautiful Sunday. Ciao.